Hey there, this is Dr. Marcus Robinson, your integrative wellness coach, and I wanted to reach out this afternoon before I head to the spa to talk about mental health and mental, which is a misnomer in my world because there is really no mind. There's brain function for sure, and there's lots of things going on internally that are being processed. But mind might be a quaint way of talking about that internal processing, so I'll leave it at that. So then, what is mental health? Mental health is really about the quality of your brain body function. It's how well your brain is functioning, how well your gut is functioning, how well your lungs are actually generating the oxygen your body needs, your brain, your nerve cells need in order to function at a high level. It's really about how you are doing in terms of cellular voltage. Your brain cells and nerve cells have about four times the number of mitochondria as, say, your muscle cells or other skin cells, something like that, right? So they require a great deal more energy, and that requires a great deal more oxygen, a great deal more a more biological hydrogen, so-called NADH. And so when you have lower levels of these substances, lower levels of what we call omega-3 fatty acids, lower levels of vitamin D3. So I'm going to now even go out on a limb and say lower levels of fat soluble nutrients, which are primarily utilized by your brain and nervous system. Well, then you're gonna have some brain dysfunction, and we can call brain dysfunction mental health, mental behavioral health issues. Like, say, for instance, addiction. That's a brain issue, and that's a brain issue that has very specific markers. And if we address those markers, we can help you deal with your addictive behavior such that you'll create space where you can choose a higher quality of life for yourself, and a lifestyle that works best for you without the substances that you may find yourself addicted to. Same is true for young people who are experiencing attention deficits and hyperactivity and all that kind of stuff. This stuff boils right down to what are they eating? How much play are they getting? How much friendship time do they have? What kind of love is being poured into them by caring adults? All of that pours into their brain development, brain body development. Brain body development at a high level equals high functioning mental health. Can you now start to hear that? And then finally, I want to talk about the kind of the bioenergetic, epigenetic traumas that happen to all of us, sometimes as children, certainly as adults. The key thing about epigenetics is that you want to recognize that you get all of the epigenetic from your mom. She's the one that carried you for 9 months, right? And she got all of hers established from her mom, and so you get your grandmother's epigenetics encoded in you, and she's carrying all of those epigenetics going back as far as your generations go. Now that says that a lot of what you're experiencing in the here and now that you call mental turbulence, emotional turbulence, that you think is you, may well be an epigenetic response that requires therapeutic intervention, like clinical hypnotherapy, to which I'm a doctorate, and or other strategies, soul retrieval, indigenous practices, you name it, conversion practices, even from religious organizations. These are ways of getting at the epigenetics of trauma and resolving it. Might even be what a conversion is really about. Is the resolution of epigenetic trauma. So I'll leave it there to say that there's a lot going on with mental health, and you need you can use a coach, you can use a therapist, you can even use your primary care provider. But I can tell you this: I guarantee you that this last 2 or 3 minutes, you got more information in this last 2 or 3 minutes than you ever did from any one of your providers on a run through the office kind of basis. Unless you're in some deep therapeutic relationship, the chances are you just don't have this kind of relationship that you can get from a coach, especially particularly a coach like me. So I look forward to hearing from you. Stay well, keep your mental acuity peaked, get outside, get some sunlight, get some that good fresh air, ground it, earth it, get that good food so that you can live better, healthier, longer.